Welcome to online classes. Today we will learn a new chapter, that is three-dimensional geometry. In first year we studied introduction to three-dimensional geometry, right? Let us recall some of the points. Consider a three-dimensional space, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. In three-dimensional geometry, the coordinates of the origin. What is coordinate of the origin? It is triplet 0, 0, 0, and any point on the x-axis, a point on the x-axis. What is the coordinate of any point on the x-axis? It is x, 0, 0, and any point on the y-axis. What is the coordinate? 0, y, 0, and any point on z-axis. What is the coordinate of any point on z-axis? 0, 0, z. Next, what we have studied? Any point on the xy plane. A point on the xy plane. How to write any point on the xy plane? It is order triplet xy 0. Any point on yz plane can be written as 0, y, z, and any point on zx plane can be written as order triplet x, 0, z. So this is the representation of the points in origin. It's a point on x-axis, this is point on y-axis, this is point on z-axis, and these are the points on xy plane, yz plane and zx plane respectively. Similarly, in general, a point can be represented as order triplet x, y and z. So these things you studied in first year three-dimensional geometry, and also we studied about the 8 octants, right? We studied about 8 octants, and you studied the distance formula. So what is distance formula? If we have any two points P and Q with the coordinates P x1, y1, z1 and Q x2, y2, z2, then the distance between P and Q. What is PQ? It is root of, what is the formula? It is root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So this is the formula to find distance between any two points in three-dimensional space, right? Similarly, what we have studied, section formula we have studied. So if a P and Q are any two points and PQ be the line segment, then if R is any point on the line PQ which divides PQ internally in the ratio m is to n, then what is the coordinate of R? R is equal to, what is the formula? mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, and y coordinate of R is my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n, and z coordinate will be mz2 plus nz1 divided by m plus n. So this is internally. What about externally? Formula will be changes that mx2 minus nx1 divided by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 divided by m minus n, and mz2 minus nz1 divided by m minus n. So these are the things we studied in first year 3D chapter, right? Just remember these formulas. Now I will consider this is x-axis, origin, y-axis and z-axis. I will consider one directed line. I will consider one directed line passing through origin, and this line makes an angle alpha, an angle beta and an angle gamma with the positive direction of x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. A directed line, I will take it as L, a directed line L which makes an angle alpha, angle beta and angle gamma with the positive direction of x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Then this alpha, beta and gamma are called as direction angles. So this alpha, beta and gamma are called as direction angles. So a directed line L which makes an angle alpha, beta and gamma with the positive direction of x, y and z axis, and that angles are called as direction angles. Is it clear? So if alpha, beta, gamma are direction angles, then the cosines of the direction angles, then cosines of direction angles are called as direction cosines. Alpha, beta, gamma are direction angles, then cosines of the direction angles are called as direction cosines. That is, what are the direction cosines here? Cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. So cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are called as direction cosines, and it is represented by L, M and N respectively. That is, L equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta and N equal to cos gamma. So these three values are called as direction cosines. Is it clear? If alpha, beta, gamma are the direction angles, then cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are called as direction cosines. Now this is directed line L. I will consider one point P, take it as its coordinate as x, y, z on the directed line L. Now draw a perpendicular from point P to x-axis. Draw one perpendicular, draw one line perpendicular to x-axis. I will take this point as Q. See, already we studied that this directed line makes an angle alpha with the positive direction of x-axis, and this PQ is perpendicular to x-axis, right? See, this actually looks like this. See, this is point P, this is Q and this is O. See, this OPQ, this looks like this. Here PQ is perpendicular to this one. See, this is here x-axis here. This one is x-axis. So we draw one perpendicular from P to x-axis, that is PQ. So here PQ is perpendicular to x-axis, and we have the angle POQ as alpha. So this one looks like this actually. Since it is a 3D diagram, in 2D we cannot draw like this, right? So since 3D diagram ana 2D alli draw ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಈಗ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ OQ? See, point P x y z means this value is the x coordinate of the point P, that is x, right? So here OX will be equal to x, and I will take the distance OP equal to some r. Now see this diagram. What is this? OPQ. This is a right angle triangle, right? So in the right angle triangle with this angle alpha, I can find the value cos alpha, right? So you have to consider one point P of x y z on the directed line L, and you have to draw one perpendicular PQ to x-axis, right? So we got this triangle. Now in this triangle, what is cos alpha? From this triangle, what is cos alpha? It is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is cos alpha equal to x by r. So we get cos alpha equal to x by r. Similarly, if we draw perpendicular to y-axis, we will get cos beta is equal to y by r, and if I draw perpendicular to z-axis, I will get cos gamma equal to z by r. Is it clear? You have to consider a point P on the directed line, then you have to draw one perpendicular from that point to x-axis, then we will get a right angle triangle. From the right angle triangle, we can find the value cos alpha. Similarly, if we draw perpendicular from the point to y-axis and z-axis, we get cos beta value and as well as cos gamma value. So once you get the cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma values, I will consider cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. So what is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma? See here, cos alpha is x by r, so its square means x square by r square, plus cos beta is y by r, its square means it is y square by r square, plus cos gamma is z by r, its square means it is z square by r square. Now what is the common denominator here? R square, it is numerator is x square plus y square plus z square. Here see in the diagram, see this is the triangle we get. This is O, this is P, and this is Q. OP I will take it as R, and this OQ is X, this is 90 degree and this is angle alpha, correct? Here R is the distance OP, right? See here, R is the distance OP. We have coordinate of O as well as coordinate of P. What is coordinate of O? O is origin. What is the coordinate? 0, 0, 0. Whereas what is coordinate of P? X, Y, Z. Then using distance formula, I can find the distance R. What is R? R is root of, here the coordinates are x, y, z, here 0, 0, 0. So x2 minus x1 whole square, that is x minus 0 x square plus y square plus z square. So r equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square we will get. If I square on both sides, we get r square equal to square root and square getting cancelled. So we will get it as r square is x square plus y square plus z square. So in the place of x square plus y square plus z square, I can write r square. So r square by r square, which is equal to 1. But what is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma? It is represented by L, M and N respectively. So we get a condition that is L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. So this is the relation between the direction cosines, that is L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. So just remember this. So is it clear? Now see, we have the direction cosines L, M and N. Then there exist three numbers, say A, B, C, which are proportional to the direction cosines L, M and N. There exist three numbers A, B, C which are proportional to L, M and N, and these three numbers are called as direction ratios. The three numbers proportional to the direction cosines are called as direction ratios. So here A is proportional to L, B is proportional to M and C is proportional to N. That is, A is proportional to L, B proportional to M and C proportional to N. If we have the condition proportional, then you can convert it to equation by using a proportional constant. So A equal to some lambda L, B equal to some lambda M and C equal to some lambda N, where lambda is a proportionality constant. So we get A equal to lambda L, B equal to lambda M and C equal to lambda N. Then rearranging this, what is L? Here L equal to A by lambda and B by lambda will be equal to M and C by lambda will be equal to M. But we have already one condition including L, M and N. So if I substitute the values in this equation, what we will get? L square plus, we have the condition L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. If I substitute the values there, what we will get? In the place of L we have to substitute A by lambda, then we get A square by lambda square plus what is M? B by lambda, so it is B square by lambda square plus what is N? C by lambda, that is C square by lambda square, which is equal to 1. What is the common denominator here? Lambda square. What about numerator? It is A square plus B square plus C square equal to 1. That means we get lambda square as A square plus B square plus C square, or what is lambda? Plus or minus root of A square plus B square plus C square. Now substitute this lambda in this equation. What we get? Therefore L is A by plus or minus root of A square plus B square plus C square. Similarly M is B by plus or minus root of A square plus B square plus C square, and N is C by plus or minus root of A square plus B square plus C square, where A, B, C are the direction ratios, whereas L, M, N are direction cosines. So this is the relation between the direction cosines and the direction ratio. So what we have take, the three numbers which are proportional to the direction cosines are called as direction ratios. So L equal to plus or minus a by root of a square plus b square plus c square. M is plus or minus b by root of a square plus b square plus c square, and n plus or minus c by root of a square plus b square plus c square. So this is a relation between direction cosine and the direction ratios. And also if ABC are the direction ratios of a given line, then KA, KB and KC, where K is some constant, they are also the direction ratios of the same line. So if A, B, C are the direction ratios of a particular line, take L, then KA, KB, KC, these values are also the direction ratios of the same line L. So this is regarding the direction relation between the direction ratios and the direction cosines, and we have already find the relation between the direction angles and the direction cosines. So what are the things we studied here? If alpha, beta, gamma are called as direction angles, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called as direction cosines, or it can be same, that is L, M, N, and whereas A, B, C are called as direction ratios. So remember the notations here. Next, we will find direction cosines of a line joining 2 points. In the first case we take only 1 point, right? Now we will find the direction cosines of a line joining 2 points. Next one is, you have to find the direction cosines of a line joining 2 points. So for that, consider a three-dimensional space, X, origin, Y and Z. So I will consider one line. I will take one point P, another point as Q, with the coordinates P, X1, Y1, Z1 and Q, X2, Y2, Z2. Then draw one perpendicular, say PM and QN, which are perpendicular to, so this is PM and this is QN, which are perpendicular to XY plane. So here PM and QN both are perpendicular to XY plane, and draw PR perpendicular to QN. Now draw PR perpendicular to QN. Is it clear? You have to take any 2 points on the directed line with the coordinate x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2. Then you have to draw PM and QN, which is perpendicular to XY plane. Suppose this is the xy plane and this is a point P. From this you have to draw perpendicular to this, like this. Suppose this is a point P and this is the perpendicular PM and this is the perpendicular QN. Once you draw two perpendiculars, then you have to draw one more perpendicular PR to QN. Now, if this angle is gamma, that is, we already know the directed line makes an angle gamma with the positive direction of z-axis. So, if this angle is gamma, then this is also gamma, right? Then, see here we will get one triangle, right? I will try to draw that diagram here. This is P, this is R and this is Q. Same PRQ with the angle PQR is gamma and this is 90 degree. Is it clear? Yes. Now, from this triangle, can I find the value cos gamma? See, this is a right angle triangle, right? Then what is cos gamma? It is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is QR divided by PQ. Is it clear? Now we have to find what is QR and what is PQ. Now see the diagram. Here the coordinate of Q is x2, y2, z2. Then the distance Qn is a z coordinate of Q. Is it right? Since the coordinate of Q is x2, y2, z2, the z coordinate of the point Q is the perpendicular draw from that point to xy plane. See, suppose the fan, take that point, fan. If I draw one perpendicular from the fan to this floor, then that height is the z coordinate of that fan, right? So if this is the point, then this distance, this height is the z coordinate of this point. This one is, you already studied in the first year 3D. So the distance Qn is the z coordinate of the point Q, that is z2. Now see the point P and R at the same height, then what is the distance PM? PM is the z coordinate of the point P. So this distance will be z1. Since PM and Rn are same, here Rn value is also z1. But we have to find the value what is QR. What is QR then? It is Qn minus Rn, that is z2 minus z1. Here QR is z2 minus z1 divided by PQ. Is it clear? So here we draw perpendicular to xy plane. Similarly, if we draw perpendicular to yz and zx plane, we will get cos alpha as x2 minus x1 by PQ and cos gamma as, cos beta equal to y2 minus y1 divided by PQ, where what is PQ? It is distance between P and Q that we already studied in first year. How to find the distance between any two points? It is a formula x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Therefore, here L is cos alpha. What is cos alpha? x2 minus x1 by PQ. What is M? Cos beta, that is y2 minus y1 by PQ. And what is N? It is cos gamma, that is z2 minus z1 by PQ. So these are the direction cosines of a line joining 2 points where x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1, these three are called as direction ratios of the given line joining 2 points, where x2 minus x1, comma y2 minus y1, comma z2 minus z1, these are called as direction ratios of the given line. So is it clear? If 2 points are given, that is P and Q, x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 are the coordinates, then what are the direction cosines of the line? x2 minus x1 by pq, y2 minus y1 by pq, z2 minus z1 by pq, where pq is root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square, and these x2 minus the numerators, that is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1 are called as the direction ratios of the line. So in this class we studied direction ratios, direction angles, direction cosines of a directed line, and also direction cosines of a line joining 2 points. Now let us do some problems. First question. If a line makes angles 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degree with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively, then find the direction cosines. If a line makes angles 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degree with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively, then find the direction cosines. See, what are the given data? See, we already know that the angle made by the directed line with the positive direction of x, y and z axis are called as direction angles. So here they are given the direction angles, right? So solution. So then what are the given values? Alpha is 90 degree, beta value is given, that is 135 degree, and gamma is given, that is 45 degree. See, we know the values of alpha, beta, gamma. What we have to find? The direction cosines. What are the direction cosines? L is equal to cos alpha, m equal to cos beta and n equal to cos gamma. So what is cos alpha? It is cos 90 degree. What is the value cos 90 degree? It is 0, right? Next, what is m? M is cos beta. What is beta? 135 degree. What is cos 135? It is same as cos of 180 degree minus 45 degree. What is cos of 180 minus theta? It is minus cos theta. So it is minus cos 45 degree. What is the value cos 45? It is 1 by root 2. So we get m equal to minus 1 by root 2. And n. What is n? N is cos gamma. What is cos gamma? It is cos 45 degree. That is 1 by root 2. Therefore, what are the direction cosines? 0, minus 1 by root 2 and 1 by root 2. Therefore, write the conclusion. Therefore, the direction cosines are 0, minus 1 by root 2 and 1 by root 2. Is it clear? Yes. Write one homework question. If a line makes angles 90 degree, 60 degree, 30 degree with the positive direction of x, y and z axis respectively, then find its direction cosines. Same, alpha, beta, gamma are given. You have to find cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Next question. Question number 2. Find the direction cosines of a line which makes equal angles with the second question. What is the question given? Find the direction cosines of a line which makes equal angles with the coordinate axis. So the given condition is the line makes equal angles with the coordinate axis. That means the alpha, beta, gamma, the direction angles are same. So what is the given condition then? Alpha which is equal to beta which is equal to gamma. If alpha, beta, gamma are equal, then corresponding direction cosines, that is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, these three values are equal. If these three are equal, can I write L equal to M which is equal to N? Yes, you can write, right? Then what is the relation between L, M and N? We already derived that. What is the condition we have? We have the condition L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. Substitute here, see here, M equal to L, also N equal to L. Substitute here, we get L square plus L square plus L square equal to 1. That implies 3L square is 1 or L square is 1 by 3. But we have to find the direction cosines. Therefore, what is L? It is plus or minus 1 by root 3. Therefore, what are the direction cosines of a line? Right here, conclusion I will write here. Therefore, direction cosines are L is plus or minus 1 by root 3, M plus or minus 1 by root 3 and N is also plus or minus 1 by root. So these are the direction cosines of the line which makes equal angles with the coordinate axis. Thank you. Let us continue the remaining problem in our next class.